Today we're going to make Egyptian rolls. Every country has its own take on a yeast roll. So this is an Egyptian version. We're going to start out with 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of dry yeast, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to mix that together. Then we're going to take 1/4 cup of melted butter, and to that we're going to add 1 beaten egg, half a teaspoon of vanilla. And this is where that it shows up to be a little different from just our regular bread. Going to mix that together and pour that into our flour. I have here 1 cup of warm milk, and it is not hot. I have not brought it to a boil, and I'm going to slowly add that into this mixture. Now, I can use anywhere from 3/4 cup to 1 full cup, and you want to just kind of mix it lightly as you go so that you can tell, because you want a sticky batter, but you don't want it to be too runny. And it's always easier to add more milk as you go than it is if you end up with too sticky of a batter. And actually, that right there is just about right. A lot of it will depend on your flour and how refined it is whenever you mix it. That's a nice sticky batter. Everything's mixed in. And with that, I'm going to put that into a greased bowl, and I'm going to cover and let it raise for 2 hours. Okay, on this recipe, I have a feeling they left out some of the flour. So what I'm going to do to try to save it is we're going to empty it onto about 1 cup of flour. And I'm going to sprinkle that on there and try to work that in just a little bit. Now, the recipe did not call for it to be kneaded, but due to the flour mixture question, I'm going to knead that just a little bit, make a soft ball. And then I'm going to cut that into 6 pieces. Okay, I have scraped up all of the excess flour that was round about it, and I'm going to cut this into hopefully equal 6 pieces of dough. I'm going to cut that down the center. And cut that then into 3 pieces, each one, which will make a total of 6 rolls. Set those aside. I'm going to dust just a little bit here because I'm going to roll this out and make a little long rope. Okay, I have rolled that until it's about 12 inches long. And at one end, I'm going to bring that around, tuck it in there, and then I'm just going to wrap that around there. Transfer that over to my cookie sheet that I have put a piece of parchment paper. And now I'm going to do the rest of these. And this is our last one. And I've found that if you kind of tuck that in there at the bottom, that it holds just a little better. Put those on there. I'm going to get my saran wrap. And place, that wasn't a good idea. And place it over there so they don't dry out. And let them set for 10 minutes. Okay, our bread has set for 10 minutes. We're now going to make the glaze. And for the glaze that goes on top, it's going to take 1 egg. And I'm going to beat that really good. A tablespoonful of milk. Mix that a little bit. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and we are going to brush that on our rolls. Now we don't want to brush it to where they're soppy, but we want to brush it to where that they're nice and coated. To where they don't look dry on top anymore. This helps make them brown a little bit more and also makes them just a little crisp on top. Plus, it'll help to hold our sanding sugar. Now, you do not have to put sanding sugar on top, but we're going to, and it's going to be just enough to where that you can see it. Sanding sugar has a tendency to make whatever it is placed on top a little crispy, kind of crunchy. All right, I'm going to put these in the oven now at 350, and I'm going to check on them in 12 minutes. Now, they usually bake somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes, but you want to be sure and take a look after 12 minutes. It has been a total of 20 minutes, and you can see that when you press on it, that it bounces back. So we're going to let our bread sit here for about 5 minutes before we serve it.